All right, welcome to the reteaching lesson for our subtraction with regrouping lesson. We are going to get started by jumping right into some problems. Today we're going to be working with your workbook, which should be directly in front of you. It's going to be just a blank piece of paper, and you're going to follow along with me so that you can practice starting to write these problems out on your own. So again, we're working on the reteach portion of the lesson on subtraction, three-digit subtraction with regrouping. Over here, we are going to make some space for our, we're going to make some space for our steps. And over here, we're going to actually work on solving some problems. So let's take a look at the first problem. The first problem is, I'm going to write this in a nice blue color. Our first problem is 362 minus 125. And notice how I lined up my ones, tens, and hundreds. I want you to go ahead and take a moment and write that down on your workbook. All right, let's go ahead and get started working on this problem. The first step that we're going to take is we're going to look at the ones. Look, some little eyes in there for like we're looking. Look at ones. And we're going to subtract. So let's look. And the question is, do we need to regroup? Do we need to regroup? Okay, we're going to look at the ones. So we've got two ones. 1, 2, and I can show my ones just like that, minus 5. So let's see if I can take 2 away from 5. Remember, we've always got to ask, can I take this much away from the whole that I'm starting with? So let's see if I can take 5 away. Here we go. 1, 2, no, I can't take 5 away from that number. So that's not going to work. I'm going to need to do something else. And I'm going to regroup. So I'm actually going to go, now I'm going to take 110 over here. I'm going to turn it into 10 ones over here. It's not changing the amount. I still have 362. It's just moving those numbers around so that I can more easily subtract. So I'm going to cross out this 6. It now becomes a 5 because I'm taking 1 away from it. I'm actually putting that 1 over here. And now I've got 10 and 2. I can put it there. This becomes 12. So now I've got 12 in the ones place, 12 ones, and now I've got 5 tens in the tens place. And remember, you can't forget to cross out that number. If you borrow a 10 from the tens place, you have to cross it out so that you take 1 away. Some people are making that mistake, and I just want to make sure that you're not making that. So now you're looking at the ones place, and you've got 12 minus 5. Well, I know I could count up from 5 to 12, or I could say, that's almost like half of 10 plus a few more. Either way, I know that I've got a 7 in the ones place. I have 7 ones now. But I'm not done solving the problem, because the second step is to look at the tens. And it's the same deal. First, I'm going to subtract. Then I'm going to check, do I need to regroup? So let's look. So I've got 5 minus 2. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, actually, those are tens. So let's make them into tens. So I've got 5 tens. The question is, can I take 2 away? 1, 2. Yes, I can. No problem. So I know that I've got 1, 2, 3 left. So I've got a 3 in the tens place. Great. Did that. Now I got to look at the hundreds. And I'm just going to write this quickly because I think you've got the hang of it. 3, take away 1. That's 3 hundreds. 1, 2, 3. Take away 1, and I've got 1, 2 left. So I definitely could do that. Don't need to regroup. And my whole answer is 237. So 362 minus 125 equals 237. Go ahead and finish the problem for yourself there. Pause the video, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at another problem. Go. All right, so now that you're back and you are ready to work on this next problem, we're going to go through it slightly more quickly. Don't worry, we won't go too fast. So let's start off by erasing. Well, we should probably make that eraser bigger, huh? We're going to start off by erasing this. Great. All right. So now we're going to work on another one. So the next problem here, I'm going to write it for you, 429 minus 174. Okay. So again, remember, I look first at my ones. So I've got 9 minus 4. Now I need to check, do I need to regroup? The question is, can I do 9 and take 4 away? So I'm just going to draw some cubes because that always helps me. You don't have to do this, but it definitely helps if you want to try it out. So here I've got some ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to do this drawing yourself. Go ahead. All right, so now you've got 9, and it's 9 minus 4. Okay, so let's take 4 away and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I didn't need to regroup, and I know that my answer is 5. So I've got a 5 in the ones place. Great, I'm done, right? No, definitely not. So now I need to look at the tens. So again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to ask myself this question. Can I, and I'm going to just erase this so I've got some room over here. I'm going to ask myself this same question. Can I do 2 and take 7 away? Because this is my hundreds. I've got 2 hundreds. Can I take 7 hundreds away from, tens? Let's try it out. 1, 2. That's 2 tens. Can I take 7 away? Let's try it. Ready? 1, 2. No, definitely can't take 7 away. I only had 2. So what do I do here? Well, I can regroup. Remember this question, do I need to regroup? It should have become 3. You should have been wondering, what's going on here? So I hope that you caught that, because now I've got 12 minus 7, which is 5, and then I've got 3 minus 1, which makes 2. So that answer should be 255. Go ahead and take a look at what you did there and make sure that you didn't get caught up with that same mistake. Good job. All right, so now that you have recorded this with me, taking a look at this with me, we're going to jump back in and you're going to actually work on the reteach portion of the lesson. So earlier today, we worked on this. You're going to subtract with 3-digit numbers. We're using the standard algorithm. You remember that we worked on this problem. We solved it together. You solved some of these. We solved a word problem. You got some practice in, but you had like a level 1 or 2 understanding. Now we're moving to get towards this level 3 understanding, and my hope is that you're going to be there very soon. So you're going to take a look now at the reteaching problem, and what you're going to actually find is that it's actually quite similar to the problems you just solved. Now I want you to pay attention to the base 10 blocks that are drawn on here, and then you're going to solve these next 2 problems. If you're extra ambitious, meaning you really want to work hard, you could solve these practice problems yourself and get in a little bit of extra practice. But that's up to you. Enjoy, and I will see you at the next time.